Hey folks, welcome back to another Paul Master video, and today let's check out the new Synchro expansions for the originals, Sygna Red and Sygna Blue. So very cool that they dropped this during the anniversary when they came back again over here, right? As new champions this time, but you know, obviously you have to pay some respects to the originals. Although you could argue, you know, that it was slightly disrespectful what they did to Sygna Red's expansion over here. But yeah, he's still a really good unit. Even without this expansion, it's like not that big of a deal, I guess. But anyways, yeah, the grid. I'm just be real. It's not good, man. It is not that good. Like, none of this stuff is stuff you actually want to pick up. Right? Okay, maybe like the 2 out of 5 ones you could maybe argue, but like 4 out of 5, 5 out of 5 ones, they're not stuff you really want to pick up. It's just a waste of energy. There's better things to really pick up on his grid. I'd say, right? Like, over here I have Soften Up and then Sync Thinker 9, which are nice, right? Again, they're not like completely useless. It's kind of, it just reminds me of like, I guess like Anniversary May. I guess I don't know why that's all the one example I always bring up. Because there's more, but like, you know, it's nice stuff, but realistically you're not really going to pick it up because there's better stuff that isn't at 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 5 that is just better, right? Better use of your energy. Like, yeah, just come over here, pick up Speeding Sun, Solar Flare. That's just a lot simpler, and you get more value out of that, right? It's better. It's just better. It's better, right? This is 50%. I was thinking they get some Muge acceleration here, right? So, yeah. And like the Sync Thinker is only like +1 special move up next after you use your Sync, which is not nothing. But it's I don't think it's really worth it in comparison to the extra 50% you'd get on your Sync over here. In comparison, so yeah, it's nice, but it's not like great. So, but regardless, let's still try it. Let's just still try it out because why not, right? Okay, let's do this. So, we're gonna again go battling over here for a fire week, I guess, right? Anyways, let's try them out. And again, like, it's not even so much that you know, okay, it's stuff that he got were kind of mid or whatever, right? And you know, he could gotten, you know, it's that you could spend the energy elsewhere. It's good unit already, right? But that's like not really completely true because of the fact that it's not a perfect unit. There are definitely a lot of things that he really could have gotten that would have helped the unit a lot, right? One of them being the fact that we have Tapu Bulu over here right now, instead of having, you know, to run something like a Singsu because of the fact that he can't do it himself, right? He could only buff his physical attack after he turns into Mega Charizard, which if you save his trainer move for after he turns into Mega Charizard, you're missing out on a big portion. Oh, almost. No! Alright, let's try it out here. So, like, here's the main thing, right? It's not even like, okay, like the stuff he got wasn't, you know, there's not too much use for it. You might as well spend your energy elsewhere, like, which I guess you could see it that way, but it's also, he is a good unit, right? He's still a good unit, but he's not a flawless unit, and he does have a few issues that really would have been really nice if they fixed, but they didn't fix, right? And that issue is the reason why I have Tapu Bulu over here on the screen right now, instead of instead of just having to run something like a Sing Suit Morty or whatever, right? Physical attack buffs. He does not. He doesn't have physical attack buffs before megaing Charizard, which obviously, if you're wasting your first sync, which he has a pretty darn good sync, right? You know, just to get that the physical move buffs, then that's a pretty big waste, I'd say. But anyways, so yeah, here it is. Here's the Blast Burn with the special move up next. Obviously, there is some of that was from Jasmine, 2 of them from Jasmine, but he does get 1 himself from the sync, right? Again, in my opinion, I don't think it's as worth it as the extra Solar Flare, if you could afford that, right? But it's still something, I guess. It's still something. But yeah, he would have. It would have been really, really nice if instead of all this random stuff that he got that you're probably not really going to use in most case scenarios, that he actually got something useful that could help him, which is buff his physical attack without having to go to Mega Charizard first, right? Or they gave you an alternative. They gave like Brain Power or something, right? Or was it Brain Teaser? The one where the special version of Haymaker, right? Which that he could max out, or even Inertia, because he could max out speed as well, right? Before he uses his sync. So even if they gave him like an alternative there, I feel like that would have been better. But no, they just gave him like a whole lot of like nothings, right? It's not like nothing. Like they're still usable. It's just not. Yeah, but it's yeah. It's slightly unfortunate. Slightly unfortunate. He could have really used some help here, right? Like again, he's still a good unit. He's still a good unit, even though it's been like what 3.5 years now since his release. But I mean, obviously, if you compare him to like modern day units, like a lot of modern day units would not have this issue, right? They'd have. There are some who have worse issues, but like what like big nuker, right, would like just have this sort of like thing where, oh yeah, you have this really powerful sync nuke multiplier that you could only get after using your first sync and whatnot. So it's like at least strikers, tech sometimes makes sense because you have to take time to debuff whatever, right? And you don't really have to use them first sync, but like in this case, it's just kind of it's hard. It's very hard to defend it, right? So again, he's still a fine unit. It's just that he could have had like a real expansion maybe, but there's still hope. There's still hope. You get a horizontal expansion maybe one day, right? And hopefully in the horizontal expansion they get that, which that would turn a L into a very, very, very big W, because there's a lot more people that have 3 out of 5s than 5 out of 5. So hopefully that's that's what they're planning for this unit. But for the moment being, this Sync Grid expansion, I would not really recommend people getting more copies of this unit just for that Sync Grid, because it's not really useful, unfortunately. Right, so finally I'm gonna do the thing. All right, so finally I'm gonna do the thing that I've been avoiding to, mostly because people just were really mad that I didn't do it, and I thought it was very funny that people are mad at me not doing a thing with my own units. So and I'm annoying, and I like annoying my viewers sometimes for fun, my own amusement. So yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm pressing it. I'm doing it. No going backs. Now, well, there it is. I pressed it. Damn, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I actually did it now, after all these years.
Whoa,
wow.
Seriously?
Blastoise is my favorite starter too, by the way, of the 3. Probably like my second favorite starter overall. I don't know. I like it. It's a big turtle with cannons on its back. All right. Also nostalgia factor probably. Anyways, well there it is. Although I do have to candy him because he's 4 out of 5 right now. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, let's throw him one. At least it's a support, so it doesn't hurt as bad. So his 4 out of 5 5 grid is a lot more interesting and usable. This is what we're gonna run. Although I would say, I would not recommend anyone running this exact grid because you know it's a support like a lot of other supports. What you want to pick up the grid is really, you know, it depends on what stage, units, all that stuff. Pick and choose. I'm just doing it for the sake of the showcase video. I'm just gonna pick as many as I can, right? At least of the useful-ish ones. For the stage I'm gonna do. Although to be fair, that status immunity is also pretty useful as well, but it costs too much. So I went for the stage I'm doing. But yeah, like these things are good, right? Free revenge for first aid for, right? That's nice. And then you also get wise entry too over there as well. And then team raincoat protects against crit. This one is a bit more situational. And then yeah, this one's still situational too. So but yeah, we are gonna use it in this situation. So I guess right. And that's gonna be the Entei legendary arena, right? Not that the crit is like that big of a deal, but I mean it still hurts, so it's better that we don't get crit than we do. So all right, let's go ahead. Let's bring the new water type damage dealer over here, Eugene, along with an older one, but you know sets rain at least because you know you need rain for that to trigger. And yeah, that's blue, folks. I mean, you know, you don't have to run him on rain teams. It's just that he's very good on rain teams, and he's a lot more useful on rain teams than he is on other teams, right? So, okay, I guess we could set rain now, right? Because we get a bee surf in their next turn, so why not? Let's go do that. And yeah. I was also hoping to pick up the 2 out of 5 node over there, the what's called the grand entry, just for May, right? Just so his buffs are a lot faster, right? It doesn't take as long to come through. But unfortunately, doesn't seem like, you know, again, just energy wise, right? Doesn't seem like we can afford that, but it's okay. It's okay. All right, here we go, folks. This is my first time using this, like, ever. Again, it's not that it's bad or whatever. It's good. It's just for people who are new to the channel. It was just an ongoing channel meme. So, all right. Well, there it is. With that Sporty X, you got that safety net as well, right? And so reset rain over here. Okay, I guess it's not gonna be that useful, the stuff that we picked up for the new 5-5 grid, because he's not gonna go down to that HP for the first aid to kick in, right? Like, cause look, we need to be in like danger, and we are just not in danger right now, so it's not gonna really do anything, I guess. In this case, yeah, also, the guy was like, got flinched, and we're not really getting the free revenge either, which also slightly sucks. Do we get it here? Oh, there it is. Yeah, again, free move next for like a hydro cannon, right? Which is a big part of his kit. Like, don't underestimate the damage he gets from hydro cannon, especially under rain, right? Outside of rain, obviously, you know, it's not as good, right? Which is why, again, he is... You should use him in rain teams. You should use him in rain teams. I know he buffs everything, but he is a lot better in rain teams than in like other things, right? Just because as a support, he also has some really good damage output himself in rain with that big hydro cannon, which now gets a lot cheaper thanks to free revenge if you get hit it. But again, it's just you know, cost, right? To pick up free revenge, also probably won't have enough energy to pick up stuff like Pep Rally on training mode, right? Which is very good and worth it. and some other things, right? So yeah, it's just a lot of you know, opportunity cost with this Sygna blue grid, right? Like a lot of great things in there, just cost a lot, right? So anyways, well, there it is, folks. Again, wait, did we get into first aid range? It doesn't matter. Look, it's just you're just picking and choosing between the nodes over here, right? Because you basically got that, you know, certain sets of things that he does, right? Either healing, gauges, you know, rain stuff, right? Just you pick and choose, right? Do you want the pep rally? Do you want the free revenge, right? First, gauges. Do you want the team charge tank and team whatever the heck the other one's called again, right? A team fist bump, or do you want first aid 4, right? First aid 4 is a bigger burst heal versus the really small, you know, unlimited heals, I guess, technically, but it just doesn't heal as much. But it also heals your entire team, right? So, but also costs more. But first aid also takes a lot to like get to, so it's just a lot of you know, just cost, right? You have to evaluate which ones are worth it. Personally, I would say free revenge, depending on the team, right? I mean, if your team has multipliers based on speed being buffed, obviously that would not be worth it, but I'd say generally free revenge is worth it. I'd say first aid is not worth it, and status immunity, depending on the stage, is very, very, very worth it. And same thing, well, team raincoat, it depends, right? But yeah, it's either very worth it or completely useless. And then team fear sentry 1, team grand entry 1, it looks nice, and it would help with his issue of his random buffs being unreliable. But it does cost you a decent amount, right? And just, again, he has a lot of other great nodes, right? Raging Rain 3, Racing Rain, obviously Refreshing Rain, right? If you're running Rain, but even if you're not, right? Again, Pep Rally over here, MPR on X Defense All, Impervious, right? Quick Cure, all that stuff, Adrenaline. There's just a lot of other things that he has that are really, really good too. So anyways, that's me in this one, I guess. Hope you all enjoyed, guys. Think in the comments down below. Like, enjoy the videos from our channel for some more Pokemon content. And we'll leave you with this glorious look of Mr. Sygna Blue in all his 6-star EX glory, which now exists in my account after 3 years. So, alright, see you guys in the next one.